In the quest for gender equality and human rights, one group remains persistently overlooked and undervalued: women with disabilities. In Nigeria and beyond, those women face layers of discrimination, from entrenched societal attitudes to systemic policy gaps that compound the challenges of both disability and gender. Understanding their lived realities is not just a matter of social justice, but a vital step toward a truly inclusive society. By global estimates, more than 1 billion people live with some form of disability, and approximately 19.2% of women aged 18 and older experience disability, higher than the rate for men. In Nigeria, figures vary across surveys, but credible sources suggest that 15 to 16% of the population lives with a disability, amounting to about 25 to 35 million people, with women representing more than half of that group. Crucially, the interplay between gender and disability creates intersectional challenges, meaning women with disabilities often face distinct barriers not fully accounted for when gender or disability are considered separately. For example, cultural norms that devalue women interact with societal stigma about disability, resulting in compounded exclusion from education, employment, political life, and leadership positions. The modern disability rights movement gained momentum in late 20th century. The United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, adopted in 2006, stands as a landmark treaty, encouraging states to uphold the civil, political, economic, and social rights of persons with disabilities. Many countries, including Nigeria, have ratified the convention, yet implementation has been uneven. Globally, awareness campaigns have increasingly stressed that gender equality and disability inclusion are inseparable. As recently as December 2025, UN Women published an explanation of how disability rights and women's rights must be pursued together if either is to succeed, emphasizing that exclusion based on disability often deepens existing gender inequality. Nigeria's constitutional and statutory framework includes provisions against discrimination and disability rights protection. The Discrimination Against Persons with Disability Prohibition Act 2019 is intended to safeguard rights and promote inclusion. Despite this progress on paper, implementation lags. Access to education is a foundational right and a key driver of economic opportunity. Yet Nigerian women and girls with disabilities lag behind their peers. According to the Inclusive Friends Association (IFA), 61% of women and girls with disabilities in Nigeria lack basic computer skills, which are essential in today's digital economy. Civil society organizations have raised concerns that Nigeria's National Digital Literacy Framework (NDLF), designed to achieve 95% digital literacy by 2030, fails to explicitly include persons with disabilities, risking deeper inclusion if not corrected. Economic empowerment remains elusive for many Nigerian women with disabilities. Without inclusive jobs and economic participation, women with disabilities are more vulnerable to poverty, a common thread echoed in disability studies worldwide. Healthcare systems, particularly those related to sexual and reproductive health, often fail to meet the needs of women with disabilities. Inaccessible facilities, lack of sign language interpreters, and health worker bias all contribute to a system that fails to respect the dignity and healthcare rights of women with disabilities. Globally, evidence shows that these women experience disproportionately high rates of violence and abuse, including sexual violence and harmful practices, even as political inclusion remains a major challenge. Local NGOs and civil society in Nigeria are raising awareness about the inclusion of persons with disabilities in national frameworks like NDLF. While progress is slow, these efforts are vital steps toward wider inclusion. To ensure that women with disabilities are not left behind, a multi-layered strategy is essential, which includes legal and policy reform, education and skills development, healthcare access, economic empowerment, social norms and public awareness, data and monitoring. For women with disabilities, meaningful inclusion promises not just rights and dignity, but economic opportunity, security, and participation in the shaping of Nigeria's future. This is Mercy Kelani reporting for Ask Nigeria.